Hello and what is happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blizzard Raptor. This is where I play games for your entertainment and I offer my humble opinion on those games as well. If you're new here or if you haven't already, do the YouTube stuff, subscribe to the channel, like the videos you watch and comment down below what you think of the series so far. Oh, also if you've watched the Fallout TV series, which is fantastic, let me know what you thought of it. And let's carry on with Fallout 4. So we're standing in the ruins of my home.
Excellent.
Here's my Grognak the Barbarian comic. Now comics have effects, so that's just boosted my critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks. They permanently do plus 5% damage. I promised you guys a tutorial in this one, and that is exactly what I am going to give you. So, building and construction. This is a workshop. Everywhere that you can build a settlement has a workshop. You can enter the workshop menu. Here's a little instruction. Build, adjust and remove nearby structures. Move between options with the D-pad. If the selected object is green, build it. If it's red, adjust its location. Workshop objects are built from components. Components are automatically harvested from junk items in your inventory or in the workshops. So what I'll quickly do is, if I back out of this is what's in the workshop. There's even more in the workshop now because I've stored all the junk that I've picked up. So when I go into the workshop screen, I have the option to build by scrolling through these, going into them, finding items, pushing X and constructing them. I can also scrap, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, with square, pardon me. And if you scrap something, you get the components. Anything that was in a container that you scrap automatically gets sent. So I scrapped that toolbox and it had tools in it. By scrapping it, the tools have been sent to the workbench automatically. So a lot of the loop of this game is building up settlements by scrapping a lot of the crap that's around them. Like this. That oil can should be scrappable yet. That won't be. For some reason, that kind of stuff in the Wasteland is the sort of lamps that you see lying about. You can scrap everything else, but the lamps that you see lying about are indestructible for some reason. To everything. You can't pick them up, you can't scrap them, you can't shoot them, you can't damage them in any way, you can't move them. They're fixed assets, which is bizarre in a game where I can literally, if I wanted to, I can pick stuff up and move it around. I can scrap everything that I don't like this. And it has two effects. One, it cleans everything up. Looks a bit nicer now. And two, it gives me components that I can use to build other things. Just get rid of the mailbox. Now, one of the coolest things about building a settlement is being able to totally clear a site and then rebuild it as you imagine it should look. It also makes them a hell of a lot neater, in my opinion. So we've just cleared that whole lot. And by lot, I don't mean whole lot as in an amount. I mean that whole specific plot of land. Right, this whole house has been cleared, apart from the doormat apparently, right? And I can build whatever I want on there. If I wanted to, there's a wooden structure for example. I could build a large shack. And just whack it here. Why not? Line the door up with the little step. Just chuck it on. There we go. Just built a whole house. Might not look like much, but it's a roof over people's heads, right? Now, there are obviously houses here that are in good nick in one piece. This one, for example. And most of these guys at Sanctuary will now... They would now prefer to live in these places. Obviously, I can stop them just by not... There's certain things you can do to influence your settlers. If you don't build beds, then people that are at your settlements won't sleep in a specific location. They'll go wherever the beds are. So if I stuck the beds in the shack, and that was the only place there was a bed, and I put a water pump and food outside it, then they'll naturally just stay in the shack that I've built them. And it's really, you have a certain amount of creativity. It's not quite as complex as Minecraft, where you've got different materials and you build block by block. You are limited, as you can see, by materials like you are in Minecraft, but also the materials have a certain shape that you can't really influence very much. I've seen some pretty creative stuff in this game, don't get me wrong, because gamers are a wonderful breed who will find a way to make something unique within the confines of what the game's trying to do. For example, you're not meant to build up that tree that I showed you in the last episode, but I do it. It's off the ground, it gives you a height advantage, it limits access. So, we've gathered up a few bits and pieces. I am going to do two things. I'm going to repair my armour. So I should be able to repair everything now. I am going to... So I can craft gear myself, or I can just upgrade the stuff that I've got. So it's like I can scrap stuff from here. So leather left arm, leather left leg, I'm going to scrap one of them. Leather right arm and leg. So I've got all the leather bits. So I'm going to scrap the raider stuff, because the raider stuff is ugly stuff. Raider chest piece as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can put some mods onto these. So you can do, I should show you this. So if I press X on this, I've got mod slots. So I've got standard mod slots, miscellaneous mod slots, and paint. Standard mod slots allow you to adjust the effects that an item has, or adjust the resistances. So boiled leather improves damage and energy resistance, girded leather does the same thing. Then once you get to a certain rank in armourer, you'll see that's popped up on the right hand side, you can further increase it. Treated leather, shadowed leather improves stealth in dark areas and the damage and energy resistance. Studded leather, all of these things, right? I am going to put girded leather on it just because I can. In miscellaneous, this adjusts sort of the effects that an item has. So a lighter build reduces weight, Pocketed improves carrying capacity. Braced reduces additional melee damage while blocking. So while you're blocking, you reduce incoming damage, but you don't stop it entirely. If you put braced on your armor, you block an additional amount of damage on top of what your normal block does. Brawling improves your unarmed damage. Strengthened reduces the limb damage that you take. Deep Pocketed is a further improvement on carrying capacity. Lead Line reduces radiation damage. That's really handy in certain places. Stabilized improves your scope taming, so your scope doesn't sway as much. That's handy if you build a sniper character. Aerodynamic, so if you swing a power attack, you drain less of your AP. Ultralight build, greatly reduced weight and increased AP bonus, so it increases the amount of AP you've got. Weighted, unarmed and melee attacks ignore some of a target's armor, and that's all you get on that. Paints just change the style, the look of what you've got. So I think I've done everything I can to all of this just now, because I think I used all my material. Yeah, I did. You can see the vault, you can see your actual overall suit get slightly different linings. So insulated energy resistance, radiation and energy, better radiation and energy, exceptional radiation and energy resistance. So it goes from only having 5 points and 10 points respectively to all the way up to 20 and 25, which is quite a healthy reduction if you then add your pieces of armor on top of that. You can really limit the incoming damage, and you have to as you get further in. So that's your armor workstation, and I will equip all of my gear now. Girded leather, left arm, left leg, right arm. There should be a right leg now. Oh, I've got the right leg on already, yeah. So the only other things I can get now is I can get a chest piece, and then if I want to wear a helmet, I can get a helmet.
You willing to do some work?
Yes, but not right now, Sturges. I'll do your work in a minute. I should have, actually, does it tell me my total? Yeah, so I've now got overall 8 damage resistance incoming. That's just basic damage resistance. That's a flat 8 points of damage that's reduced. On top of that, I resist 24 points of energy damage and 10 points of radiation damage that's coming in. So that's quite a healthy reduction. There's not any ballistic damage resistance there. So the flat 8 damage resistance will stop some of the incoming bullets that are fired at me, but it then won't do, you know, those ballistics will still do some healthy damage, and that can stack up quite quickly because the DPS on some of these guns is ridiculous. If Yun would like to beat it, I'll show you the pistol stuff. So, 2 10mm pistols. I don't need 2. I'm going to scrap 1. That gives me some steel. Going to scrap the knuckles, because I got no intention of doing melee. Scrap the pipe auto, don't need it. Scrap the pipe pistol. Scrap a security baton. I think that's the shotgun I've got equipped. Laser musket, don't need it, don't care. Modifying guns is slightly different. You can modify the receiver, barrel, grip, magazine and sights, and add a muzzle. And you can change the material, that's like the paint job. The receiver, I would like to get whatever's going to give me the best damage increase. It's going to be a hardened receiver. It adds to the weight. but it does add a significant amount to the damage in my opinion. Standard receiver does 21, so I'm adding a healthy 5 points of damage there. Now, long barrel adds your damage range, and we are going to add that. Makes the gun more effective the further the target is away from us. It also makes the gun start to look more like the 10mm pistols from Fallout 3 if you've ever played that. I don't have the adhesive to do the comfort grip, so we'll just have to leave that as is. I can't do any of the magazines. I would like to eventually get a large quick eject magazine. Much easier to reload. Standard sights. Apart from the recon scope, you can do everything else yourself. Muzzles? No. Again, you need gun nut for these. And I don't have the materials either. But eventually you want to get a suppressor. Now the cool thing about the guns is that you can actually take mods off of other weapons to add to your guns. Yeah, none of them, I'm not going to be able to do any of these, so we'll... That's everything done there, but what that gives me is... a better... So you can see, because of the weighted barrel, there's not as much sway on that scope. So when I aim... I'm going to be able to hit what I aim at now. And if anything gets too close... Old Faithful. Right. Now, one thing I need to do is transfer. Restore junk, but there's also something being added to this. Shotgun shells, there we go. From some of the containers that I scrapped. I want to stick the minigun in here just now, because that's just taking up space in my inventory. Right.
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Right. Time to scrap just about everything. So if you don't want to follow what I'm doing, feel free to skip ahead. I don't blame you. This is not the most exciting stuff when you're just wandering around scrapping everything. I can scrap this and the contents will get sent to the workbench. It's one way of getting around the lockpicking restrictions on certain safes in certain places. Basically what we're going to do is we're just going to scrap a few bits and pieces in this house and then build them their beds. We're going to do the basic, this is like a basic crafting tutorial. So, a Nuka-Cola. Yeah, I can't scrap food items, but I can send them to the workbench. Scrap you, and you. That should have enough now to build them some beds. So in the top of the screen, I've not talked about this bit yet deliberately. Across the top of the screen it gives you information about your settlement. So up top I've got people. There are 5 people here just now, not including... No, yes, it is including me. Is it? There's Preston, Mama Murphy, Sturges, Ewan and Marcy. No, it's not including me. So there's 5 people here that live here permanently. They generate 1 food, so there's not enough food to feed them. They generate no water, so eventually they'll all die of dehydration. There is no power, but they don't need it necessarily. That's why it's not highlighted red. There's no defense, so if they're attacked, they've got nothing to defend them. That's not true. They have any personal firearms they have, but there's no defences on the settlement, like walls, lookout points, etc, etc. There are no beds, and so their happiness at the moment is reducing, and it's fixed at 20. So what you do is... Where are my... Yeah, no, not in there. Where is... Where is... Furniture. There we go. And beds. Here we go. Is it better built upstairs, do you think? Probably not, because the upstairs is all quite open. So, Sturge's specific requirement was to have a roof over their heads. So all you do is you just find somewhere to whack. I'm gonna need 5 beds. So I've done 2 in there, and then I could whack... Was this the one that I cleaned out? Yeah, I could whack 2 in here, I suppose. And then I need to do 1 more. So this was the bedroom anyway. Just stick 1 here. Scrap that. Stick another one. I don't know.
Hey, Codsworth.
Yes, sir?
You never invited me over for tea. You haven't forgotten about that, have you?
Oh, no, of course not, sir. I'm just waiting to find a free day in my schedule.
Okay then, buddy. You keep doing what you're doing. Seems to be working for you.
Yes, sir.
I love those 2. So that's all of the beds built.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like a well. Then we don't have to keep drinking the river water. That stuff's not good for you.
So, there is, you've seen it, I've crossed the bridge a few times. There is a river that flows along the back of Sanctuary. However, it is, as you would expect, it's only 200 years after the entire world was irradiated and turned into a death planet. This stuff will give you radiation damage, as you can see. So it's not healthy for these poor sods to drink the river water. So what we'll do is we'll clear out some of the crap that's in it for a start. Now there are 2 ways to do this. You can build a water purifier, but it requires power, which we don't have at the moment. Or you can build a pump. Now I don't know a lot about engineering, but I'm pretty sure that if you're gonna build a well or a pump, if you're gonna build a pump, you need to have a well somewhere. So we're gonna stick the communal water supply here, and that's gonna produce 60% of what they need. So what I'll do is I'll shift another one across to where I've got them sleeping, which is here. I'll quickly scrap this tree and this trunk, and then I'll give them another pump here, and that's their water supply. Now I need to find Sturges again. Sturges likes to wander.
Gun. It'll take care of you.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the... Yeah, no. I know what's wrong here. It's not tracking Sturges. It's tracking the first step. Yeah, no. I want to do Sanctuary. So where is Sturges? He's this way. So we've built them a house. It's not great, but it's a house.
Hey, Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, potatoes, mute fruit, corn, whatever you can get to grow.
Right. There is a small farm here. That's why it came up with the adjective partially complete. Because there are melons and gourds
What gave you the idea we're friends?
growing here. And yes, Marcy is a bit of a bitch. But she's been through a lot, and if you find out what her story is, you would understand. So this is where their food is growing. Marcy is actually a farmer, as is Yoon. But Yoon's a bit hopeless at the minute because of what they've been through. That still gives me... So, the next thing you need to do is do food for them. Now, I don't have any food in my inventory that I can drop to grow. So I'm gonna have to find some. Now I know there's stuff in Sanctuary, I just can't remember where it is. Aid. No, normally food is aid, by the way. Just so you know. A stim pack. I will have that. I will also have the 10mm rounds. So I need to find food. There's a cellar somewhere. Can't remember which house it's behind. Again, it's been a while since I've played this. But there is a cellar somewhere that I think might have something in it. Aha! Here we go. Got some cram, some Radex in there. There's a Salisbury steak. I'm going to store most of this stuff in the war money. You know what? Just take the cans as well, because I can store all this stuff. Store aluminium can there. Aluminium can, as in aluminium. I'm gonna keep doing that. Gwinnett Stout, that's a beer. 5mm rounds, window glue and a fuse. 45 rounds, they are used for a different gun. One I probably won't be able to use because I think they're automatics. Gold bars. An advanced
Lock's really strong.
safe that I can't get into. So there wasn't as much use for the fact that there was nothing useful for my quest in here, which is a bit frustrating. Wait a minute. I know where to go. Oh, wait a minute. There's mute fruit. That'll do. And dog meat's found something as well. Let's go. Let's go, boy. You show me what it is you've found, Doug pal. Oh, it's a cap stash. Good boy. yeah, so what I can do is if I go back to that little farming space back here. I can go into resources, go into food, and where is... I have mute fruit. I just picked it. Didn't I? I picked it, didn't I? Right, okay. Right. Well, apparently I didn't. Yeah, wild mute fruit. There, it's there. Must be because it's wild. I'd be wild as well. Luckily, not too far away, there is a farm that I can get stuff from. I would say buy stuff from, but we all know that I'm lying. I have no intention of buying stuff from them. I'm just gonna nick it. So you can kind of see the icons popped up on my compass. It's shaded out, so you can't tell what it is. Is this anything? No, they're just irradiated distance. Sometimes there are bugs in this area. There are indeed today. It's a bloatfly because of its tiny size. It's a pain in the backside to hit. Just like a real fly. Missed it twice, yeah. That's disgusting. More wild mute fruit, so that's not gonna work. A hub flower, that's not gonna work either. This is the farm. I think it's the Abernathy farm it's called. Where I'm from, Abernathy's a lovely biscuit. Yeah, the Abernathy farm. So they have potato plants growing here. I think they have corn growing on the other side as well. They have something growing over here. Ah, they have melons growing over here as well. We've already got them. So what I'll do is I'll talk to
That's
this dude.
close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy. Been ages since I've seen one of those vault suits around. You new to these parts?
Yeah,
Well,
you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and we'll do a swap. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Sounds like bad news to me.
You really are new to these parts. Best armed bastards in the Commonwealth. You have something they want, they won't hesitate to take it. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
Minutemen?
So you know them then.
You mean Preston
Any idea
Garvey's
why
crew?
they haven't been around so much lately?
Most gave their lives to protect the Commonwealth.
That's a damn shame. Those were brave men and women. If they'd been here when those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary might still be alive. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
Right, so I think it's Connie that I talked to buy stuff
Here for
from.
work? We could use some help picking melons if you've got some spare time. I'll
Hi.
give you caps for any you
New
can bring
here?
me.
Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
Yeah, all right.
So, I would like... I think we can plant carrots. Military grade duct tape. They do shipments, which cost a lot of caps. You can see there, 450, 305. Shipments give you the amount that you see there, so you get like 50 units of concrete, but it costs 450 caps to get that sent. So that's one way of getting materials for continuing to upgrade your settlement. The other is just to scrap. Is just to grab everything you find that's junk and take it back to your settlement and scrap it. You don't have as much as I thought you would. But I don't mind paying 9 caps for a carrot. And if they had been on the ground, so we've kind of done them there. We've paid them for one bit and nicked the other. But I don't feel too guilty because I'm doing them a favour as well, so. Don't understand why you can't. I don't know if it's a bug that you can't plant wild stuff. I heard the running and I thought it was maybe a rad stag coming after me. Rad stags are weird. The irradiated stags that are alive in the Commonwealth are two-headed, and although they look terrifying, they spend most of their time running away unless you attack them. I just saw Preston in the water. Don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he's having fun. Right, should be able to plant at least the carrot and the potato now. Yeah, I can plant the carrot. So, there's a carrot for you. What am I up to food-wise? Yeah, no, I've still not got enough. Because you need enough food. But I think there might be a way to cheat this system.
Seems to be growing well.
If I nick the melons...
What?
And then... I think I can replant these. Can I? Yeah, I thought so. Thing is, these only provide like 0.5 food as well. So I'm only up to 3. And if I nick our gourds and plant that here, again, this is only going to produce like 0.5 food, so I'm only up to like 3.5, which sucks. I wish there was wild... Well, not wild, obviously, it has to be. Like, you can find razor grain and stuff like that, which is basically just grain. That's a bit of a pain in the backside that it won't let me plant the wild mute fruit. So Trying to think where else there might be food. So I don't want to have to go all the way over to the Abernathy farm again. I could just fast travel there and back, I suppose. Anything in here? No. Is this all just scrap and crap? Yeah, I think it is. Well, looks like it's a fast travel to the Abernathy farm. Grab some stuff, back again. I'm going to store my junk.
Hey.
Good idea when you come back to your settlement to always store any junk that you're carrying. There's aid stuff, that's fine.
Do you have a moment?
No. I'm busy trying to keep you arseholes alive. Because you can't do it yourselves. Cooking station. Do I have enough to make anything here? Yes, I do. I can make a Deathclaw steak, which restores a lot of health. It's one of the best foods you can get. Ribeyes are pretty good. You can make soups, obviously. I think Skyrim, it's quite popular to make the vegetable soup because it gives you quite a lot of stamina. Right, fast travel to the Abernathy farm. Map. I'll nab some potatoes. That'll do it. There's the mutated bears. I think that might be the only thing that I find scarier than a Deathclaw is a mutated bear. Those are scary characters. Very scary characters. If one of them jumps out the wild at you, because they've made it look weird in this game. I think it has like one white eye and it's all patchy and its roar is like... It's hellish fighting one of them. Right, let's see. What have we got? Some of these have started to bear fruit already, which is weird. Marcy must be an incredible farmer. How close can I get it without it? There we go, about there. And how close can I get you without you? Yeah, there we go. Is that... Have I done it? No, but I've got one more potato I can... Oh no, there we go. You know what, I'll just plant it anyway. I don't need it. They've got a few bits and pieces.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
What sort of defenses did you have in mind?
Walls, sandbags, turrets, whatever you can put together.
Right. Turrets might be a little beyond what we can do just now. But I will have a look. Usually what I do, gonna scrap everything here so I've got raw mats. You get quite quick at this with enough practice, as you can see. What we're really needing here are gears and screws to make the turrets, and I'm unfortunately not finding anything. Like, pocket watches are good for that. Certain tools like the adjustable wrench are good for that. Cloth's always useful. Right. What I usually do is I clear this front bit and I throw up on this side of the road. It'll be I usually throw up a guard post, and I prefer this one because it'll give them a view of whoever's coming across the road. Let's try and see if there's a turret. Missing circuitry, and circuitry is a bit more difficult to find. There might be somewhere I can get it, actually, now that I think about it. Sure, one of the houses here has... Sure, one of the houses here has something that has circuitry in it. I think it's... Aha! Can't scrap the terminal though. Well... Yeah, I've still not found anything that's got circuitry in it. Don't think there's anything I've personally got that I can disassemble either. Might just have to do without turrets just now. Traps are obviously a no-no. We're never going to be able to build one of them. Then what you need to do is you need to can't remember how you assign a settler to something. There's a way.
Stay sharp. Don't let your guard down.
Can't remember how to do this. There is a way to assign a settler to... There we go. But I don't want to use him. I'd rather use Preston. But I can't. I'll find Yun and we'll send him for guard duty. Where is he? There he is. Maybe I can assign Codsworth actually. Yeah, I can. Yeah. So there we go. I'll assign Codsworth as the security for this place. I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted. This should highlight. There we go. It's not much defense, but it's better than nothing. It's basically the equivalent of a lookout and a wall to hide behind.
Sturgis.
That'll help make everyone feel a little more secure. Thanks. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
What next?
Well, I guess figuring out how to get back to living, instead of just surviving. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls actually come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
What would have been cool here is if you'd seen this progress, but you never see any changes to the way Sanctuary looks. It doesn't get any less patchy or crappy, so hey ho, what can you do? So we had a couple of quests that they wanted us to do, one of which was, excuse me, this one. So we'll go fight some raiders now, and that'll be, once we hand that quest in, that'll be the end of this episode. I figured I owe you guys some action for bearing with me through the crafting stuff. So USAF is United States Air Force, and this is one of their radar towers that we're heading to. Swimming in irradiated water sadly does give you rads. It's giving me a healthy dose of rads. I'm gonna have to find a... Should I have... Yeah, Radaway. Radaway can be quite rare and quite valuable though. Don't really want to just piss it away, but... Hey ho. If I remember rightly, there's a small raider camp. Oh, nice. There's this guy as well. Keep forgetting about him. 44 rounds. He has a 44 Magnum. Yeah, it's a snub-nosed 44 Magnum, but we can fix that. Ouch. Oh, that's a dog. Ah, because here's the small raider camp that I remembered. Nice. I'll do it. Right. So... let's see what these guys have got. Nothing exciting on him. Where are all the bodies? Sounds wrong to say that, but... what food did they have? Corn. Fantastic. And somebody's left some mole rat chunks. Whoops. I'll eat the mutt chops, that'll keep me going. Silt beans. Is that something else? No, it's dog meat. It's like a chimney stack, so there must have been a house here at some point. A safe with a 10mm pistol and a cap stash. Nice. I think that's the first time I've found this. So even after all the time I've played through this game, I still find new stuff. Which is one of the things that Bethesda do absolutely fantastically. And yet there are aspects of their game design that leave a lot to be desired. Thicket excavations. Isn't thicket excavations the place? Yeah, that's what I thought. The actual way into this is on the other side. It's linked to a completely different quest, which we will do. So someone has just thrown a Molotov cocktail there. If I had a rifle, I could take that guy out, but I don't. So, I can't. Ah! Well, everyone knows I'm here now. There's one right up the top there.
This is bullshit.
Oh, it's time! Shit! Lost him.
No. You didn't. Whoops, that went right through, I think. Somebody up there shooting at me is really annoying me. And I am gonna absolutely rinse them when I get my hands on them. Hey, dog meat. Let's go.
My leg. Oh.
Yes, limb damage does matter. Shooting her in the leg crippled her leg. That would have made her limp. But it slowed her right down. And I shot her in the face. Fusion cell and 10mm rounds. A baseball glove. I think that's good for leather. Actually, that'll let me upgrade my armor, so yeah, we will take that. And I should really be taking the raider stuff as well, and any leather left arms or harnesses so that I can break all that stuff down. Another wee part of their crappy base that they've set up here. Got the guy that we killed in here. Fusion cell, shotgun shell, mortar cocktail stim pack. Raider left leg. Combi wrench, that's good for gears. I quickly need to assign these there. The 44 Magnum I will use, but I want to use it when I can upgrade it. Fiber optics and a crystal. I was hoping I would get circuitry from that, but apparently it is not to be. So we're not going to let ourselves... We can get into the room on the left. I'm not going to do that just now because there is a guy patrolling these corridors. Once I fire at him, obviously all hell is going to break loose. Is he in this toilet? Yeah, he is. Why not? Yeah, I'll have that. Thanks. Two stim packs. I'm gonna have to take one. I've got 15, so that's a good place to be.
What?
Rookie, aye? Did I do something about that, didn't I? No? Okay. Leather chest piece, nice. I'll put that on now. That'll give me some protection on the chest. Even if it's not perfect, it's still better than nothing. And I've got 21 points of incoming damage resistance. That's cool. So,
They get pushed around by a guy named Jared. We'll be running the place by next month.
Well, just don't get yourself killed.
Fine, I'll be that way.
where is the source of that voice? All of this stuff can get broken down. Chem box, unlock it because it's experience. If you can lockpick something, do, because you get EXP for unlocking.
Nice.
I know it doesn't look like much, but it is better than not getting anything. There's loads of guys in here as well. I don't know how I haven't been found yet. I will be once I walk around this corner, because I think this is where they are. Yeah, in here. It's a battery.
Someone there?
Yeah, there is.
Down. Just had to play hero.
And she's dead. Military grade circuit board, perfect. Don't think this unlocks anything. Yeah, it's just satellite maintenance and everything's offline. As far as I know, you can't turn it back on. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, 45 minutes. Ammunition, hoard it. Boiled leather chest piece, okay, we'll take that. And the leathers on the legs, because that'll keep me. Handmade shotgun, perfect. Cabinet, nothing in it. Shotgun shells in there though. Bolting hammer, steel, I think. Lock it. Duct tape for the adhesive. This is going to be the tiniest adjustment, isn't it? Yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Right. That should take care of everything in there, I think. Yeah, there we go. Dog meat. Yeah, there we go. Ah! There we go. Intel room key and duct tape, that's what I came in here for. Antique globes have cork in them. Rad-X 10mm rounds. Gas canisters and used oil cans, always useful. Wooden crates sometimes have explosives in them.
Got it.
Yeah. Oven mitt has asbestos in it, that's pretty decent. Perfect. That light that you saw, I should have explained that to you. Your Pip-Boy has a flashlight on him as well. So if you, rather than tapping circle to go into your inventory, if you hold circle down, you turn on your flashlight. Flip lighter has gears in it, I'm sure. Cooking pan, nope, nothing else. Aha! Ammo case, perfect. It looks like I have a lot of handgun ammo, but I actually don't. Until I get some healthy points into Gunslinger, like until I've got about the 3rd level, I think. And some more powerful mods on this gun. I'll burn through ammo quite quickly. This is the intel room. Mini nuke. If you've managed to find a Fat Man, the launcher.
Nice.
Stealth. Permanently harder to detect, that's good. We'll be staying light on our feet, so there won't be... We'll be trying not to get detected. Filing cabinets always have the weirdest crap in them. Don't know why there would be pipe pistols in the pre-war era. Combi wrench. A safe.
Nice.
There we go. What is my weight at? I know I've got plenty plenty of carry capacity yet. Right. And that is us pretty much done with here. So we'll exit so we can fast travel. We'll fast travel back, hand off the quest, and then go store our crap at Sanctuary, and that will end the episode. Might do some upgrades to Sanctuary as well while I'm there. You'll have noticed it's nighttime as well. The game does have a day-night cycle. And people usually have patterns set around it. So if you're in settlements, for example, once it gets to sundown, they'll all go to their beds, which these guys obviously have.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. Least we can do.
Ah, easy peasy, my man. So we have now leveled up again. What will I put the point in this time? Caps, probably. I suppose, really, I want to get... If I get the first 2 levels of this, then I can go back into Gunslinger. Toughness is at level 9. What's this one at? Level 7, yeah, so I can keep cycling these just now until I'm happy and I've got a few perks in them. And then we'll start to get perks into things like Gun Nut, so that I can level up the guns that I've got. Armourer, can I even get Armourer at the minute though? Armourer's usually quite far down I know, I've got just enough in strength to do armourer. That's fine. I don't need blacksmith. So I'll be able to do... I'll be able to do armourer now. So I actually might make that my next point. And then do a loop again. Of the ones that I need, like gunslinger and stuff. And then come back. And get... Because the next rank in armourer doesn't unlock to level 13. But I think by the time I've got points and everything else, I'll be able to get that. And then it'll be a while before I can get that one. I really want to do Aqua Boy, at least the first rank in Aqua Boy. So that I don't take radiation damage and I can breathe underwater. Normally you only get that kind of perk from power armor, because power armor is supposed to be a sealed suit. But yeah, I do want to get the damage resistance up. That'll help with taking less. Probably want to get Action Boy as well so that I can refresh my perks. And Sneak. Mr. Sandman would be quite good as well. And yeah, definitely want Gun Nut. So yeah, there's a few things that we'll be doing in the next couple of episodes. We'll obviously do Preston's quest for another settlement so that I've got more places. So if I was travelling now, I can sleep at the Abernathy farm. I can use their workshop to break down stuff. Eventually, one of the things I'm going to need to get is... going to have to put more points into charisma after all. I should have thought of that. Actually, maybe I don't. Because I'm not gonna... I don't want to... Will I? See, the problem I have is that perk local leader allows me to establish supply lines. So it means that whatever provided I've created a supply line between two settlements, whatever I drop off at one is shared with the other. So I wouldn't have to make my way all the way back to Sanctuary every time. I could just drop it off at one of the other settlements that I've built, and it would automatically be here, for example. Store all my junk. That's not taking my stuff down as much as I wanted it to. Right, anyway, regardless, we've went well over on this one. We're almost at an hour and 15 minutes. But I figured I owed you guys a bit of action for sticking with me during the Sanctuary mission, just so you could see the building tutorial. So in the next episode, we will be gearing up. I will customise my armour a little bit more. I'll break down a lot of the armour and guns that I've picked up, and I will do up my guns as much as I can, and then we will head off to do 10 Pines Bluff. There's a couple of little bits that I want to explore back here as well that are worth having a look at, so I'll do them as well probably, and might do some upgrades to Sanctuary as well, since it's the place that I'm probably going to come back to the most. So we'll start building our own place for storing any guns that we want to keep and stuff like that. So that'll be the next episode. So thank you once again for joining me, guys. Remember, do the YouTube stuff. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos you watch, leave a comment down below. And I will see you for the next part of the Fallout series. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.